Tensions in Gaza continue to intensify as Israel expanded its military operations across the Strip. Gaza's Civil Defense Agency says at least 39 civilians were killed and more than 100 others were wounded after Israeli troops opened fire near two aid distribution centers. Desperate and hungry Palestinians gathered to collect food near the aid centers when the incident took place. As the forces opened fire, panicked crowds scattered in all directions, with frightened children clinging to their parents.
They go out just trying to stave off their hunger and the hunger of their children, but they come back wrapped in shrouds. We ask God Almighty, and we appeal to the international community, that these death traps be shut down and that humanitarian corridors be opened out of mercy for our children, our women, and our elderly.
A person doesn't even know how to feed his children, so he throws himself into death, into killing, into starvation just to feed his kids. And in the end, he cannot even feed them.
The Israeli military said it fired warning shots at what they termed as suspects who approached the soldiers after they ignored calls to stop. The IDF claimed the shots were fired approximately 1 kilometer from an aid distribution site that was not active at the time. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which is a US-backed group, has denied any reports of deaths near its facilities. The agency stated in a social media post that it has repeatedly warned people seeking aid not to travel to its sites during the night or early morning. In central Gaza, an Israeli airstrike killed 12 Palestinians, including an infant, after targeting an apartment in the Al-Sawarha area west of the Nuseirat refugee camp. Eyewitnesses said an Israeli aircraft fired at least one missile that struck the residential building directly. According to Gaza's health ministry, about 8,000 Palestinians have been killed and over 28,000 others have been injured since Israel renewed its intensive strikes in Gaza on March 18th, bringing the total death toll since October 2023 to 58,765 and injuries to 140,485. Amid the fighting, Israeli military operations remain focused on dismantling Hamas infrastructure across the Strip. These are the images released by the IDF showing troops of the 401st Brigade carrying out ground activities in the area of northern Gaza's Jabalia. The video shows soldiers moving through residential neighborhoods and engaging in targeted searches. For the first time since the start of the war, the IDF has announced plans to begin ground operations in Deir al-Balah. It has issued a new evacuation order for Palestinians residing in the southwest in the central Gaza Strip. This move cuts access between Deir al-Balah and southern cities. Deir al-Balah remains one of the few areas in Gaza where Israeli ground forces have not yet launched a major operation, reportedly out of concern that Hamas is holding hostages in that city. Despite this ground restraint, the Israeli military has carried out multiple airstrikes targeting the area. Meanwhile, Hamas has issued warnings to execute hostages if the IDF approaches farther to that city. Israel's plan of expansion comes in the backdrop of alongside ongoing ceasefire negotiations in Qatar. In the latest, Israel has accused Hamas of intentionally delaying its response to the proposal. Hamas, on the other hand, accuses Israel of blocking a deal in talks for a temporary ceasefire and the release of hostages in Gaza. The negotiations, which involved mediators from the United States, Egypt and Qatar, remains an impasse.